Last month, I made over $1 million wholesaling real estate. I started out as a broke bag boy with no cash at all at just 16 years old. And over the past 9 years, I've been able to systematically scale my own entire wholesaling operations to making over $1 million a month. Now, as an old man at 26 years old, I can sit back and systematically share with you today, step by step, what I would do if I had to go completely as a beginner coming into 2026 to start getting rich wholesaling real estate. This is going to be one of the most comprehensive guides on having no money all the way to making millions of dollars a month wholesaling real estate. And I'll be honest with you, you don't need one dime at all to get started on this journey. That's the beautiful part about wholesaling real estate. You don't need cash. What you need is dedication, a drive to succeed, and the information I'm about to give you completely for free. I'm even going to give you my 4 stages that you need to use to succeed getting started from broke all the way to scaled out and success in the wholesaling game. So let's get started on stage 1 of 4. Stage 1, this is what I'm calling your broke or your grind phase. This is where you're getting started out the mud, in the dirt, no cash at all. This is basically where everybody starts. You have no money, you have no knowledge, you don't know what to do. You're seeing people making hand over fist in wholesaling real estate. What in the world are you going to do? Well, there's an easy solution. You're on this dang YouTube channel, so you're already getting the best advice possible. Guys, I've done over 4,000 wholesaling deals. I'm a wealth of knowledge of what to do getting started in wholesaling, but I even made it simpler because there's YouTube videos and live streams all the time. It's like, oh my gosh, what do we do? So what I recommend you do is you go to my free real estate wholesaling course and community, freewholesaling.com. It's right here. It's going to give you everything you need to know to get started in wholesaling real estate. I created a whole entire classroom section from pretty much a beginner to an expert on how to master the fundamentals of wholesaling real estate. I share with you exactly wholesaling 101, basically knowing the software stack, title companies, legalities, into how to find motivated sellers, how to calculate your offers with my softwares for free. I get free softwares, how to close sellers, and how to dispo and sell your deals to cash buyers, and pretty much everything in between. Contracts, scripts, tips, tricks, all these things is done for you right there. And what I love about the community is everyone's posting, communicating, and talking about what's working for them and what's not working for them. It's one of the best places you can go out here and network with other wholesalers in a non-judgment zone. Now, in this broke and grind system, you are going to be broke and you are going to be grinding. I wish I can give you some nice little honey to sweeten this wound, but it's going to be hard work. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're expecting to work 20 minutes a day and make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, it just ain't going to happen. Getting started in wholesaling real estate, you should probably expect, hopefully in your first month in 30 days, to make a $20,000 check in wholesaling real estate. Best part, you spent no money getting there. That's absolutely amazing. But to get there, you're going to have to start doing more niche data. And basically what I mean by this is you're going to have to find data that your competition is not doing, because there's a ton of wholesalers out here that are spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in marketing that you just don't have the budget for. So you're going to stick to government provided data. You're going to stick to drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, email blasting for free, which I have my own proprietary email system, which costs no money at all for wholesaling. It's one of the best ways possible for you to get motivated seller leads without spending a dime. I provide you the free skip tracing sites and all that stuff in freewholesaling.com. But the point is, you're gonna be pulling manual lists because most people who are at big marketing budgets, they don't wanna do it. It's just too much work. So you're gonna be doing what we call sweat equity, right? You're putting in your time and your effort to go out here and get motivated sellers. Where most people in stage 2 and 3 are just throwing money at the problem and getting sellers and leads doing that. But guess what's gonna happen? If you could systematically go out here and make 100 cold calls a day and have at least 100 texts a day, and if you can do a bunch of drawing for dollars too, you're going to get a deal within your first 30 days. Now, some people, late bloomers, 45 days, 60 days, but you should be able to collect around $20,000 to $40,000 in assignment fees within 30 to 60 days with the system that I provide. Now, what's really cool about this is a just systematic way of making money. I mean, if you go to freewholesaling.com right here and you just go to the testimonials, you're gonna find deals after deals after deals after deals after deals after deals after deals. I have 163 pages of just deals. It just never stops. And so it's already systematic. What's really cool is like Frances right here, she did a drawing for dollars, got her first deal, made $15,000 right here. If you want to be like, hey, Frances, how did you do it? You can literally go inside of the free community and just chat with her and just talk to her like a person. This is so cool. So that's the really awesome part about getting that grind stage, because it systematically always works. But you don't want to live in that grind stage, because it's like 20, 30 hours a week of just work. Now you can have a job and do this on the side. You're definitely burning both ends of the candle doing that. And it's very good for young people or just starting out, or like a little bit of a grind for about a couple months. But after that, it's very unsustainable over a longer period of time. But this is when we start making $10,000 a month, or we just make our first $20,000, we can head into stage 2, which is started to invest in systems. Now, I'll be honest with you, most people, when they say invest in a system, they go use all these type of softwares and coaching programs. And I used to be telling people about these different softwares. Now, unfortunately, most wholesaling softwares are super outdated. They're super overpriced. And almost 2 years ago, I decided to develop my own wholesaling software that, as of last week, is the second most Googled wholesaling software on the entire planet. So that's absolutely amazing. It's one of the largest wholesaling softwares out there, called X Leads. And that is the system I'm going to recommend getting into stage 2, where we start investing in systems. Now, you can use whatever wholesaling software you want, but there's not any wholesaling software that includes free unlimited skip tracing, a CRM, drawing for dollars app, data lists, e-signing, auto dialer, SMS blaster with AI, pre-built websites, a probate list. No other software has a probate list except for X Leads, and a disposition software that's under $100 a month. It's $81 a month if you get the annual on X Leads. It's like $97 for the monthly. That's all you get when you get X Leads, which is absolutely insanity to me. So the whole point of using a system like X Leads right here is you can pull data, you can comp properties, and you don't have to manually pull data anymore. And even if you don't want to manually pull data, inside of the free sections of stage 1, you're going to have to use True People Search and cyberbackgroundchecks.com to skip trace leads and properties. And to skip trace, on average, is going to take 10 to 20 hours a week just to skip trace. But for under $97 a month, some people at stage 1 get this, where they just go to leads, they can go to upload their own custom list and upload and get all their properties skip trace right there. The reason why X Leads is getting everyone to sign up for it and everyone's canceling their old software is you get 25,000 skip traces included inside of X Leads, which is amazing. But that's not the reason, like I'm telling you, go in stage 2 inside of X Leads. It's because then inside of X Leads, you start using actual marketing systems. You're not calling yourself anymore. You're not doing these outdated systems. What you're going to do is you're start using our triple line dialer we have inside of X Leads. You're going to start text blasting motivated sellers. And if you really want to get a little more advanced, maybe this is more advanced side of stage 2, you're going to actually have AI do the texting for you. This is why X Leads is the best wholesaling software ever. You can legitimately just send the list to your X Leads data set. You can pull a list of like 10,000 motivated sellers from here. Let's just do Tulsa, Oklahoma, for example. You can get a list of, let's say, all the absentee owners right here. You're going to exclude all the active investor owned ones, get rid of anything that's on the market. Then from there, you don't want to get any properties worth more than $250,000. And then you want to filter by equity, which might be like 60%. Let's do single family only right here, and boom, you got it right here. Now, what's really awesome about this is now you have 9,000 sellers. You just select all, export the data set, throw inside your contacts, and just tag the property AI SMS. And the X Leads AI is going to go out here and text the seller for you. And when the seller texts back, the AI is going to text the seller and figure out the person's a motivated seller or not. And if it's a motivated seller, the AI is going to put the lead inside of the deal board, and it's going to say, hey, this is an AI SMS lead, and boom, now you have a motivated seller right there. So the reason this works really good is a lot of people with a job, they'll go to their job at 9 a.m. and at like 8:30, they'll go send out their text for the day. They'll drip it out for the day, and they come back from work. They have 2 motivated seller leads right there. No employees, just using AI for their SMS, which is still compliant with the FCC compared to AI outbound calling. So that is why X Leads and systems work really good. Now, people have their own texting systems and calling systems. To tell you the truth, systems like this, if you're not using X Leads, are going to be around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. But inside of X Leads, you could probably do it on a budget, maybe $300-$400 a month, which is the reason why everyone's using X Leads. But the whole point is you're starting to scale out what's been working. So for example, if calling the probate list and the drawing for dollars list list has been working. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to still call those leads, but we're going to start texting them. We're going to start pulling more data sets and doing more volume on calling, because we're not doing a single line calling from our phone. We're going to be using a triple line dialer inside of X Leads, calling 3 times more people and just increasing volume. That's what stage 2 is all about. It's about increasing volume to get more leads and more wholesale deals. From there, we should not just be getting one deal, but we should be getting 1 to 2 deals every single month. That's going to land you $15,000 to $30,000 a month that you are making inside of wholesaling real estate. Then after that, stage 3, let's stretch out. We are starting to get into the big boy stuff, okay? This is when we go from 30 grand a month to trying to get to 50 grand a month, which doesn't sound too crazy, but I'm telling you, 15, 20 to 50 grand. The only way we do this is add an extra deal or 2 every single month, and this is just going ham, going nuts on the marketing. We're gonna be pulling a list of 25,000 people, 50,000 people, and we are going to start calling on a large scale. Now, this is where I recommend you start implementing systems that are kind of pre-built for you, because if you're making 20 grand a month and you make 50 grand a month, just import a system that actually works. So at stage 3, I highly recommend you start using our M2M system, which is directly correlated with X Leads. And it's basically called Marketing to Millions. And this is basically our one-on-one mentorship program where me, Rick, and 2 other 7-figure wholesalers, Corey Whitley and Evan Hamilton, will personally mentor you to scale your wholesaling business to make millions of dollars. Now, we currently have a 95% success rate in this program. And if you can't get your first deal in 90 days, we will completely give you your money back. That's right. In 90 days, you don't get a deal from this program. Some people just skip from 0. They want to go step 3 here. We will give you your money back, whatever you paid inside of M2M, completely for free if you can't get a deal within 90 days. It's the craziest offer, craziest guarantee you'll ever see in wholesaling real estate. The whole point is you don't really want to get your first deal in 90 days because that's like, duh, I'm already making 20 grand a month. The whole point is what you're going to be doing is you're going to use our M2M system, our lead management protocol system, which is just a very advanced system for closing more deals. And what you're going to do is just have us individually hold your hand, and we're going to be implementing a larger scale calling and texting system. So with this system, we actually provide you our VAs that are trained for pretty much free. And so what we do is we give you our Egyptian and Mexican cold caller VAs. Any call center that has Egyptian or Mexican VAs are going to be roughly $7 to $8 an hour. What we do is we just give them to you at the hard cost, $4.50. And we do all the work, training them, hiring them, managing them, making sure their KPIs are good. And we can systematically, if you use our VAs, give you 1 to 2 leads every single day, guaranteed, with our 14-line dialer if you just feed us the X Leads data, which is a whole entire system we created. And the whole point of this is you are using the system. We are individually checking your numbers every single week. We're giving you one-on-one mentorship and group mentorship here, so you can actually go out here and implement a system that actually works. Now, this is kind of like a no-brainer for everybody that's looking to scale up their operations, because we have a 95% success rate here. Dimitri's making 120 grand a month at 19 years old with the system. Adele made $346,000 his first year. Jason made $389,000 his first year with the system, and Yasmin made $227,000 her first year inside of M2M. But the point is, maybe you don't want to join M2M. That's fine. You need to go hire your own VAs, train them on what's working, what's not working, and then make sure you at least hire a manager for them, or you're managing them at least 10 to 15 hours a week to make sure they're actually doing their calls, their KPIs, and they're not slacking. That alone will take you 15, 20 hours a week. That's why I recommend you drop the $226 a month to be inside of M2M, so we do all that work for you. But the whole point of stage 3 is you're starting to hire employees to be doing the marketing work for you. You're still closing sellers yourself, but you're systematically now making a business that's making 3 to 4 deals per month, which should be landing you 50, 60, 70 grand a month. I mean, Dimitri's 120 grand a month there. That's kind of more stage 4 action. But the point of this is you're just slowly building up the business to be making more and more and more money. Stage 4 is really where we blow the lid off this whole thing, right? Where we start adding more leads. Now it's like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough people to close anymore. This is where we start hiring acquisitions managers, managers for the managers. And you're trying to build up a business that's going to make you over $1 million a year. This has to be done systematically. And the whole point is you're doing what's working, just at a higher volume. And so what I mean by this is if stage 1 is just trying to find something that works, stage 2 is finding how to do more of what's working at scale, stage 3 is then blowing up stage 2 at scale by just doing more marketing, and stage 4 is trying to feed the acquisition system and the dispo system to handle the amount of marketing coming in. And so the point is where it's a constant business doing 8, 9, 10 deals a month so you can make over $100,000 a month. Now to recap about this, again, you are starting out broke. We need to make our first $20,000. Then after we make our first $20,000, we invest in systems like X Leads so we could start doing more volume of what's been working on stage 1. So making 10 grand on a deal or 20 grand on a deal. Now we're making 10 to 15 grand a month, a real 6-figure operation. Hopefully here we can actually start firing our boss and quitting a job. In stage 3, we're putting all of our eggs into the scaling basket here and hitting high volume opportunities. Probably go to joinm2m.com to join M2M. So if you want to check it out, just go to joinm2m.com to join the M2M family. But the whole point is you're scaling out your operations with VAs. You're actually starting to hire employees. And then stage 4, we're hiring employees for the closing, the dispo, and then even more of a management on the calling side. And then from there, you're making millions of dollars wholesaling real estate. The whole point of this journey from getting started in 2026 is an easy, systematic business. Start with government lists, start with code violations, drawing for dollars, fire damage properties, pulling the probate list, just grinding. The whole point is we're trying to make our first $15,000, $20,000. Then we get a system that lets us work maybe 25, 30 hours a week, and that's working well. Now we're gonna add more volume in here. We quit our job. Now it's a 40-hour-a-week business, but now we're gonna start systematically building out employees so it's a real business that vertically integrates so we make more money, then we make even more money, then we get VAs, we join M2M, we get even more volume and deals coming in. Then we actually get acquisitions VAs, lead managements, in-person acquisitions managers. Now we're doing a ton of deals a month and you're kind of scaled out of the business there, making millions of dollars wholesaling real estate. So guys, that is exactly my 4 stages of growth for wholesaling and exactly how I would get started right now broke in 2026. I mean, my last little gem and nugget here is just go and ask somebody who's making 15, 20 grand a month, how did you do it in 2026? And just copy what they're doing. But again, all you have to do is just get started and you're in the right place for it. So guys, if you enjoy my free real estate wholesaling community, freewholesaling.com, just go there to freewholesaling.com and I'll see you in there soon. And like always, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you got any value from this video, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach signing out. Have a blessed one.